Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. What is the meaning of leading a spiritual life? So, leading a spiritual life means leading the life with a divine vision. That means what? Leading a life with a divine vision. That means getting some vision of the God in the meditation or like that. Divine vision means where you won't see the divisions. In spite of there is a seeming divisions outside in the duality, but you won't recognize them, you won't give importance to them, and you just have the perception of them, but you won't have projection. So that vision, which doesn't have the division, is called divine vision, and that is called the spiritual life. For that, you need not to do anything. You need not to do anything. Whatever you see, whatever you experience, everything is nothing but the one Paramatma. That's it. Hold on to it, stick on to it, and abide in that. If you feel difficult, it is difficult only. Keep on practice. For such a practice only Bhagavan Krishna giving here. So far in the last class, we have seen nearly 50 different items, 50 different indicators, not one or two, 50. Still we are going up to more than 70. In the 33rd Sloka, we have to read that today. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Aksharanamakarosmi Dvandvah Samasikasya Cha Ahamevakshaya Kalaha Dhataham Vishvato Mukhaha. The indicators Bhagavan giving are not in a particular order. Randomly he says sometimes about the language, sometimes about the animals, aquatics, and like that, sometimes about the human beings. Out of the alphabets, I am the starting letter Akara. Then in the compounds, samasas, I am the Dvandva Samasa. Last class I took only one this shloka per 1 hour. And the indestructible time I am. Kala doesn't have the destruction or reduction, anything, nothing happening. But everything is happening where? What? But we calculate the Kala. We are very much interested about the Kala. We are very much prompted by and pushed by the Kala. But in fact, what happened, I explained to you that time. One more word. What I explained in the last class, that we create the sequence between one event to another event, and then we will keep on till the time. For example, because you see the sunrise and sunset and changing of the seasons, all that you see. Therefore, you say, now time has changed, now sunrise happened. Now, what about the blind person? Born blind, he never saw the light at all. But for him also the time goes. But in the childhood, when the blind child says that, Amma, I am feeling sleepy. Then mummy says that, yes, now this is a night because you are feeling sleepy. So in that he created a concept, oh, this is night. Otherwise, he don't know what is night and what is day. But for him also time. But his understanding about the time is somewhat different than what we understand. So like this, every animal, every creature is going through. So this is only, I told, the concept of the mind. There is a one Sanskrit word for this, creating a sequence between each and every event and calculating the time. Krama Samvit. Samvit means consciousness actually. Consciousness which it doesn't have any break, division or anything. It is Akhandam and it is Purnam. You cannot talk anything about the consciousness, either as a noun, either as a verb, either as a hmm, anything, adjective, nothing you cannot speak about that consciousness. But we, the mind, when mind starts function, it creates that kramam. The kramam means sequence. In the samvit, in consciousness, but which doesn't have the any starting or ending. So this starting and ending, all this is only imagination, projection of the mind only. Anyhow, ahameva akshaya kalah. That akshaya word is important. It never get destroyed, never decrease, nothing happens. Then I am only a giver of everything to everybody for their food, their body, and whatever is needed for their existence, survival, plus you exhaust their karma phalas also. The karma phalam, I am the supplier of the karma phala. No way nobody can cheat himself. No way nobody can cheat himself. Because instead of saying nobody, no way can cheat the God means, but still people take it for God without knowing Him, without seeing Him. I given the one example, no, that two students getting the fruit and gone. Guru sent to eat where nobody is seeing. So don't we imagine like that. That's why we will try to commit. How I know? Who will know? For my action, this adharmic action, I will get the result. It is not coming now. I'm enjoying. I cheated somebody. I got 10 lakhs. I enjoy the 10 lakhs. Whole life I can enjoy. But nothing has not come. We think in that way. Many think in that way. Therefore, we will prompted to do the sins. Papa. But Bhagavan says here by using the word, I am having the CCTV cameras in all the directions everywhere because consciousness, whether it is watching, where it will watch, consciousness is punishing. No, consciousness is not punishing, not doing anything. But what has happened? Dharma, the law of karma, which governs this material world, that is so strict and perfect, that will punish you. Consciousness won't do anything. God won't do anything. Your own action, because your actions and your life depending on the entire cosmic behavior. And if it is not matching to the cosmic revolution movement, then wherever you go against to it, it is committed as, it is taken as a mistake, sin. Then for that mistake, you have to pay. That is karma phala. So Vishwato Mukha. Now let us go to the 34th shloka today. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shrirvakcha narinam स्मृतिर्मेधा धृति क्षमा. One by one we will see what Lord saying here. Aham sarvahara mrityuhu. Even though he talked about the kalayatam, kalam kalayatam, and here about the yama, and now also we talked about the time, okay, kala. But again, especially here, he mentions out of the great robbers, haraha, harati iti haraha, who takes away, who robs from us, takes away. Out of that, that means the word hara, who harati, who takes away. Who takes away from me, the thief or the robber, will everything is it takes taken away. He showed the knife, he is taken away. Harati. So I am the super robber among the robbers. That is the, then immediately we will, why it is like that? What is my name, you know? I am Mr. Mrityu Robber. My name is Hara Mrityuhu. Aham Sarvahara Mrityuhu. Now see here how it is important. Any person who cheats us, who deceives us, he may taken, we lost some money and we lost something and somebody defamed me, my name and fame gone, okay, he insulted me. Like this in the world will happen to everybody in some level or other, sometime or other. But you know, this death, mrityu, takes everything, takes away everything. You may be a very rich person, you may have a big name and fame, you have a farmhouse, bungalows and rich property, wealth. You may have a beautiful figure body. Once if the death happens, file closed. There is anybody more than this Mrityu can take away everything from me? Even he makes this body useless and I- he takes me, even I don't know where he takes me. As a jiva, as a Sukshma Sarira, I don't know anything. So here, in this world, great people came and done the great works, this, that, okay. Where are they now? Where are those kings? Where are those Alexander, Ashoka, Chola, all these kind of kings, Pallavas, Rajas? Where there is dynasties, where are they? No, nothing. Completely not left with you anything. No one can rob this much like the death, the Lord Death, Mrityu. So I am the taker of everything from every person. No exception in this. No exception in this. I have no any partiality. All are equal for me in this. Therefore, in Bhagavata Mahapurana, Lord says, whomever I want to relieve that person from this samsara, I want to take him for myself. You know what I will do? I will take away from him everything. Not in the form of death. Before death itself, there he says, I will give lot of troubles to him. I will take away whatever he has got attachment. I will take away his own dear and near. By some way or other, I will make him to stand on the streets. What it means? He is a very hard-hearted person, God. But I want him, if whatever he is having any attachment of anything, I will destroy it. So, this is message for Bhakta. Who can understand this? If such a Lord who is a hard-hearted, stone-hearted, who prays and who loves him. But as a real devotee, I know if Lord giving any trouble to me, he is giving it, he won't give. He is supplying that. But many times, why Lord, ಎನ್ನೇ ಶೋಧನ ಪಂಡ್ರೆ? Why you are testing me? Why you are torturing me? Why me? A real devotee never asks these questions. Anyhow, this is your sin, your papam. You have to exhaust. It's good. I'm exhausting. If I don't exhaust, it will remain. And by going through this pain, disease, anything, loss, money, people, any, it reminds you that nothing is belongs to you. You are belong to me, Lord. Therefore, don't have attachment. If I want to give you more vivek and vairagya, this all will be supplied to you. If that is the case, a real devotee, if he gets any disease, terrible disease, he never complains or takes it. He's go through it. He go through, he suffer. But at the heart of the heart, he knows everything is for good. Everything is for good. Then I will remember the Lord. Then I will get the dispassion about this people, world, this, that. Then there is a possibility to such a person to get the gnanam. Therefore, Before this body becoming sick and useless and helpless and weak, gain the knowledge of the Brahman Atma and keep it that inside and lead the life peacefully, dharmically, usefully, and whatever may happen. I don't complain. I don't complain. So that gnanam is required with devotion. Therefore, this very clearly told in the Bhagavata. I will make him a pauper. I will make him to stand in the trees, make him to suffer like anything if I really. But in the world, many people are undergoing so many sufferings. Yeah, many people say that my house itself is Yamalokam, sir. I am real in the hell. There are so many families and their life is like that. And one after another, problem after problem. Death after death, loss after loss. But everybody is getting the vairagyam? No. Whether they become a crazy people, whether they go into depression, or they may become perverted. Crazy means perverted. That is not the wise thing. Why even persons are undergoing lot of torture and suffering and seeing the world, the unreality of the world? Why people are not getting the vairagya? Because still that punyam has not rectified to get a guru or to listen the shastra, listen the words of the Lord Bhagavan Sri Krishna. What a wonderful benefit I am getting by this knowledge. My life is going on normally. I am living like a housewife. I am living in the family. I eat, I dress, but my understanding about the life and total everything is changed. So I can be a peaceful person and happy person in spite of. Then naturally, if I am able to establish in the knowledge Jivan Mukti, then naturally Videha Mukti. I never get and caught up into this Mrityoho Mrityum. Yesterday in Brihadaranyakam we saw Mrityoho Mrityum. They again go to the death to death, death to death. Adiyanti. This is Aham Sarva Hara Mrityuhu. So some are looking like negative statements. Okay, because hara means I have to give the meaning that only that robber. Sarva Hara. Therefore, don't feel arrogant, proud, anything about in this world. Your achievements, your possessions, nothing to feel so great or nothing to feel so low. Everything belongs to the Lord. So let me tune myself to the divine will. Tune with the divine will and thy will function. That is called living with the divine vision. That is called spiritual life. Next word. Shankara writes here in this Dhanadi haraha pranaha haraha cha. Okay? When I dead, then where is the question of my money? But while living, how much I struggle for it, I will possessing. and I won't spend, I won't give to anybody, greedy, crazy, and prana also taken away. Prana also taken away, and this body just burned. Or otherwise, pralaye sarvaharanat sarvaharaha. Sarvaharaha means in pralaya samaya, everything gets dissolved. Therefore, his name is like that. And for this, one Sanskrit poet writes one funny subhashitam. Okay, last class also I told something. He says about the doctor. He goes to the doctor and says that Vaidyaraja namastubhyam. Hey, doctor, oh doctor, king, Vaidyaraja, I salute you. I do namaskar. Vaidyaraja namastubhyam. You know why? Because Yamaraja sahodaraha. You are greater than Yamaraja. Or you are the elder brother of the Yamaraja. Yamaraja sahodaraha. You know why I am saying like that? Yamastu harati pranam. Yamadharmaraja takes away my pranam. But you, doctor, Vaidyastu harati prana dhananicha. You takes away my, you make my pocket also empty and you will takes away my pranam also. See, when doctor is treating, it is a joke like, no? That's why for many money-minded doctors, they will feel like that. If anybody is coming to the OP, the patient while coming, they will feel like 2000 rupees walking and coming, or a rich person, the lacquer or the quotation is walking and coming. He is always look at the thickness of the pocket. Not everybody, but why they are like that? Because many diseases are kept. So to compensate and to treat you sometimes, doctors are needed. Then how doctor will live? He also needs someone. So this is mutual cancellation. You have to undergo like this, and he has to earn because of you. Like that, very beautifully, this poet writes. Next word, udbhavaha. Udbhavaha bhavishyatam. If any person uh, getting in the future in his life some prosperity, udbhavaha means prosperity. Some நல்ல காலம் வருது, நல்ல காலம் வருது. Because just now we talked about the death, then we may feel so sad. What is this? So we don't like to listen to Bhagavad Gita. We may get up and go. No, no, no. Please sit down, please down. நல்ல காலம் வரும், நல்ல காலம் வரும். Unless if that நல்ல காலம் வரும், if you don't say any astrologer, you go to the astrologer. He always tells about the bad things only. Say, it is like that, it's like that. We don't sit there or don't like to go. But he says there is something. We can do this, but koncha selavagum. This prayachittam can do. Like that, he has to tell some pariharam, then you will get a good time. You will get a good time. If he won't say like that, nobody will go to him. Whether good time comes and how long that good time stays. So if here, Bhagavan also, don't feel so disgusted about death and all that. I'm not frightened of you. Bhava bhavishyatam. If anybody, some prosperity. After 3-4 years later, we purchased a car. After that, we built a house. It happens, no? People will try to keep on progress. And so if to anybody, this kind of prosperity, okay, or some of my ancestors' property, I never expected. but they uh, divided and I also got the share. Like that, in Bhavishyat, in future, whatever prosperity comes to any person in any way, that is all I am only. So you'll feel good if Lord says like that. The all prosperity and improvement which comes in the Bhavishyat Kalam, in the future, to anybody, that all I am only. Then next he says, seven words he uses. And if any lady, any nari means Stri, if she is having these seven qualities, remember that all I am only. But for this, we have to see the meaning in two different angles. One first general. Kirtihi, fame. Shrihi, richness. Vak, good speaking capacity. And Smruti, good memory power. Medha, good discrimination and intelligence. And Dhruti, strong and firm determination. And Kshama, forgiving nature. If these seven are having in any woman, that all I am only. But if this is the meaning, then we will be in trouble. Generally, women, generally, if you say, women by herself cannot be rich. She is always depending on the husband. If at all a queen, wife of the king, but because of the king only the queen is rich. Queen herself earned and not accumulated. Nowadays, okay, a IT girl, she also earns a lot, sometimes more than the boy, and she has already keeps so much in the bank. Nowadays, that is the way. But we are not talking that, and some are this good. So altogether, these. So it is not necessarily to the women having the good name and fame and memory and intelligence power and richness and good way of speaking, all this men also can have, because here Bhagavan used the word narinam. That word can be said in that way also, but here out of the seven feminine deities, out of many feminine deities, most of the deities about generally every expression in the life, everything which generally uh, involved with some activity, that is all considered as the feminine energy. If you see, all these are feminine words. Kirti, that's why these names are all for girls. Okay? Shrihi, then Smruti, Medha. Many girls will have this. These are all feminine words. That means energies. It is all energy only. All we say Nisha, Usha, all are feminine expression. Any Shakti expressing through us, that is all given a feminine word in the gender in Sanskrit. In that angle only Bhagavan says, out of the feminine deities, still you can say Nidra also is the deity. Uh, so everything. Unmesha, Nimisha, closing the eyes, opening the eyelid. Unmesha, Nimisha, Utpanna, Vipanna, Bhuvanavali. So everything. That's why most of those names are all feminine gender given in the Sanskrit. In that way, out of so many feminine deities of these expressions, I am giving this seven. They are all me only. Me only. So these qualities can be have by men also. In that way we have to take, not specially. If at all, if you want to take specially for Stree, then it is very hard to find anybody. Very hard to find anybody. If at all, maybe some lady, if you have, is good, great. I am only that. So out of these seven, any one or two also, little also is there, Shankara writes, anybody, is very good. It's very asset for him. It's a positive force for him, any person. That means have that some kind of these good qualities. So all the words we saw. Then next shloka 35. Bruhat sama tadha samnam Gayatri chandasamaham Masanam margasirshੋham Rutunam kusumakarah. Now Bhagavan coming to the different set of expressions. Out of the already he told about the in the Vedas, I am the Vedanam Samavedosmi. But in the Samaveda, again a special portion, a special chanting, which is very beautiful, powerful, complicated, that Brihat Sama I am. Brihat Sama. That day when I am mentioning about the Garp Mantra, I told that his two wings are Brihat Sama and Rutantara. Rutantara. That is also another one. These two are very famous and familiar. Famous, not familiar. Sama portions, Sama mantras. So that powerful, great portion of this Sama Veda, that Bruhat Sama I am. Okay. Bruhat means large, and Dhruvantara, that is a steady and large. Bruhat Dhruvantara. Dhruvantara. Then previously, last class we saw that about compound and the alphabet. Now here coming to the again about the language only. Out of the chandas, chandas means in English prosody. To compose any one shloka, padyam, we need a particular measurement to it. That particular measurement is maintaining, then that is called chandas. Okay, in English, prosody. So different prosodies are there. Now here, out of those chandas, I am the Gayatri chandas. Not Gayatri mantra, Gayatri chandas. Actually, Gayatri name is a name of the chandas. Chandas means prosody. The way how you compose that particular shloka. This Gayatri chandas means there are some rules for it. Anushtup chandaha Vishnu Sahasranamam. Okay. So in that way, your Tripada Gayatri, Gayatri chandas should always consisting of 3 lines, Tripada, and each line should have the 8 letters. Because our Gayatri mantra, which people do in Sandhya Vandana and all that, Gayatri mantra is belongs to this category of the 3 lines and the 8 lines, total 24 letters. That's why it is called Gayatri mantra, but it is not actually Gayatri mantra. It has become popular. It is Savitri mantra. But the Chandas is Gayatri, meter. Tatsavidurvarenyam, 8 letters. Bhargo devasya dhimahi, 8 letters. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat, 8 letters. This is Gayatri Chandas. The beginning, what they say, Om Bhuhu Bhuvaha Suvaha, it won't come under the Gayatri Mantra Chandas. That is called Samhita Pata. It's different. But it's added. You got it? So, being this Gayatri Chandas is used for the popular, powerful Gayatri Mantra. So, I am that Gayatri. Both ways. Here, Chandas is said because of the meter. That same meter is in the Gayatri Mantra. So, any God Gayatri you take, it will come like that only. If you remove that beginning part, anything, okay? वाग्देवै च विद्महे ब्रह्मपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो वाणी प्रचोदयात्. To any god you can say like this. कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात्. These are all Gayatris we call, because 24. The Anushtup Chanda is 32 letters. Like that, different Chandasas are there. Okay. Then, out of the months in the calendar, according to Sanskrit calendar, now next this month end is coming Chaitra Masam. That is the beginning. According to calendar Sanskrit, even in Telugu also, we can Chaitra Masam. That is the beginning of the name of the month. Okay. Name of the year is different. Once in 60 years, the names will repeat again. So 60 names are given for each year. So if anybody lives 60 years, he saw all those more than. In Anaket Ashramam too, when you are climbing to the Subramanya Swami temple, all the 60 years names are written on the steps. Okay, here we are talking about the months. Out of these months, Masanam, Margasirsha Masam I am. According to our now English calendar, November to January, Margasirsha Masam. December. Yes, Rutu is 3 months, December to January. And this particular month I am, so it is auspicious. But if you see in this Tamil Nadu also, in that particular month period, you should not do any family auspicious functions or weddings, even changing the house. Why they said like it is bad? Wait for up to the Thai Poranda Vadiporaku. Why they said it is not because of bad. If it is bad, how it applied to the God? It is very powerful, auspicious, good. If they say like that, don't involve in any family functions or this, that, then you will totally attend, keep your mind that 1 month, 1.5 months to the divine practices. That's why in any state, this particular December, January month, in the name of harvest festival or in the name of Margadi, Dhanurmasam in Telugu, whatever you say, everybody's temples, God, chanting, this, that, involving only in that. That's why they say you don't do any other family functions. Okay, that at least people will follow that. They say like that. So I am the. That's why That time only we will get the Shiva's Aradhana and Vishnu's Aradhana, both will go together very nicely. Everywhere you see the nice divine atmosphere. Then next Bhagavan says, uh, involve only in the divine activities in that time. Next, out of the seasons, Rutunam Kusumakaraha. Now that only Vasanta Rutu is going on. Kusumakaraha means flowery season. Now the weather is not very hot, very cold, pleasant, moderate. Generally, this Vasanta Rutu is November, December, January. No, February to April. February to April. Okay, and so now our Varshaparpu is coming and New Year flowers everywhere, lots of plenty of flowers season. Kusumakaraha, the flowery season, Vasanta Rutu, I am pleasant. Then next shloka 36. द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्. Again here also one contradictory word like which we don't feel like the robber. Here, Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi. Here there are two words. Dyutam means Judam Vilayadradai, gambling. I am the gambling. What it means? But Bhagavan used the word Chalayatam. Listen. Which make the person deluded and addicted. Chalayata means which makes the person's mind get deluded and addicted. Adimai. And that is called Chalayatam. In that, this gambling Dyutam I am. What it means actually, see, why the addiction comes. Every person, every mind has got addiction to something or other. This addiction is of two types. One is a positive addiction and negative addiction. But in this two, both are addictions only. But positive addiction is a create the Shubha Kamana. Negative addiction creates the Ashubha Kamana, Ashubha Vasana, Ashubha Vasana. What it happens exactly, this addiction, this is the process happens in the mind. When the mind likes something, anything, likes something, when it started using that thing, what happens first? It feels familiar of it. It is very familiar to me. Then next stage, it feels I am comfortable with it. Then thirdly, it feels I am secure with it. And fourthly, it will become so strong and then I cannot survive without it. I cannot survive without it. Here, not necessarily Dyutam means that gambling. That also example I will give. Let us see positive things first. Positive. We think that coffee is okay for me, but people become addicted to it. Tea addiction is there. Newspaper addiction is there. Cell phone addiction is there. Particular kind of color, particular kind of food, people get addicted. Not necessarily the bad things. These are all looks like good. Still to say, attending the satsanga also is addiction. Continuously listening. If I don't listen, I will feel so. That is also addiction. So anything is addiction. But listening to satsang is helps me. Otherwise, I will get addicted to some other thing. But as we saw in the Ashtavakra Gita or in the higher Vedantas, Mandukya, you have to drop all the Shastra. You have to drop all the words. You have to drop the Guru also. Otherwise, why Shankaracharya has to write Guru Naiva Sishya? Na Mata, na Pita, na Guru, na Bandhu, na Sishya. Why Brihadaranyaka has to say Atra Mata Amata Bhavati, Atra Pita Apita Bhavati, Atra Veda Aveda Bhavati. First, it is told in the dream, but that is brought into the Drishtanta to Darshtanta in a Jnana, in Atma Brahman. These are not at all there. These are all like auxiliary supports. Everything gets dropped. Big list given in the Brihadaranyaka. Bhrunaha bhavati. Thief become non-thief. The killer become non-killer. In sleep, he is not a killer or anything. The jnana matures, that stage is that. So, addiction, we are talking about Jyotam. This is a side point. Subhavasana is good. What happens exactly? Any addiction, now we are coming to the addiction. Any addiction attacks our mind in two ways. One is our discrimination will be lost and our willpower will be lost. You are already trapped. Then only you will look back, what is happening with me? Why I am like this? You are already trapped. That's why for many people in the addiction, to get out of it is very difficult. Very difficult. Simple thing. The cinema weekly magazines addicted people, they cannot stop it. Who keep on browsing so many things in the cell or TV, they cannot stop it. They don't know that they are trapped. That is the funny thing. Okay. So in any addiction happens in any person, that power I am only, and in that specifically I am telling Dyutam I am, gambling. We know in Mahabharata story why this Dharmaputra, who is very strictly following the Dharma, and his name itself is called Dharmaraja, why he has to go and play the gambling, Dyudam? Because of that, everything lost. He went to that extent that he finally starts taking his wife and brothers are also, who has given the right to him, and he think that I am the elder brother, whatever I think they will listen, but he gone there. See, he lost his discrimination. Once he lost beginning, then he can say, okay, we lost it. It is only a game. That time he is not going to lose anything. They say you are got defeated. Maybe whatever the minimum jewels or money kept, okay. Why has to lose the kingdom and wife and brothers and all that? Is it not losing the power of discrimination and willpower? A typical example. in spite of Lord Sri Krishna standing there. You know that greatness of that story, beauty. Duryodhana said that on behalf of me, my uncle Shekuni Mama will play. When he said like the Shekuni is having a special caliber power, whatever he thinks he can put that dice. Okay, Juta means actually putting some dice and playing. Those days, kings and for just for time pass also, queen and king also both they will sit and keep on play. Those names are different those days. Then later this and dice in hand they will put and do like that. No, that is called Dyutamilan. But later now that has taken playing cards, playing the anywhere putting the money and trying to get more money. That all is called gambling. The now I think reduced that horse uh, race course. Why it is horse competition will be there. Car race, horse race, people will go. One of my relative in my childhood, I know, he lost all his money in that race, horse race. All these things comes under gambling now, modernly including our share market, including our IPL auctioning the cricket player. For this cricket player, 10 crores because they know that they will conduct many IPL games and everywhere the fools are there. I hear 11 plus 11, 22 fools are simply spending the time and lazily and they are going to get crores. But there are thousands of fools who sit and watch it morning to evening. These were lazy people, 11 people, simply morning to evening hitting. No game will be played that much time, you know. In the whole world, no game is played that much long. Football, 1 hour. Hockey, 1 hour. Basketball, throw ball, anything. That's why many good countries, they never play cricket. After a long time, just now only America created a cricket team. Just now. America is not playing. And that powerful Japan won't play. Switzerland or Israel, very powerful small countries. Why they don't play? China also is not playing. See, but we people not understanding that for that crazy. We are not another. There so many games are there for that separate board, separate money, separate fund, their problems, and that becomes so important. All other games and many are now only last 10 years they were improved with other games also. But now you cannot remove it. Gone addict. People become addicted to it. They will buy the ticket to Dubai and go and see the cricket play there or anywhere in any city. They'll take put the leave to the office and they will go. The ticket is not 10 rupees or like that. Uh, Not costly. So this is addiction. So many you can say like this. This is about the Mahabharata story, what happened to the. But Bhagavan says that Dudam I am because my plan is different. Unless I make the Dharmaraja to play the Dudam, unless they get defeated, unless they go to the forest, unless they lose everything, then only war will come. Then only I can make use of this and destroy all the asuras. That is my purpose. I came onto the earth. So my plan is different. That means according to the law of karma, the cancellation of their karma, their things are related to this some other thing. This we have to understand, and that's why get out of this relativity, this materialistic approach. That will be always like that. Whether Krishna come and go, whether Rama come and go, Anybody comes and go. The world is always like that. It's like a dog's tail. Dog's tail, you cannot make it straight. How much you may do. You cannot remove the smell of the garlic by putting scent and the kasturi. There is one sloka, and I didn't remember now. Person, I want to remove the smell of the garlic. So he put it on that paneer, kasturi, scent, this, that. So many sugandha dravas, all he put and kept for 1 week. But the garlic remains, it retains its own smell. This is what Bhakta or a Gnani will understand. So you never indulge and poke the nose in this. Okay? Swami's words, a Richard word. Therefore, this. And one more also, it is good if we can remember it now about the Bhagavata story. When Parikshit Maharaja encountered with the Kali Devata, and then Parikshit said, no, 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 you cannot enter and stay in my kingdom. Because once if you enter, the entire religious and spiritual dharmas all will be destroyed. Therefore, I will kill you. When he said like that, Kali Devata said, no, 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 you cannot kill me. This is the time, my time. I am created by the God. So I have to be there. Then what to do? You give me some places. Let us compromise. You tell me where to live. I will live in that places. Then Parikshit Maharaja given 4 places. In that, the first one, Dyutam Panam Striya Suna. See, there also, Dyutam has come first. The gambling, drinking, and illegal behavior with the women or men, and Himsa, Suna. Yatra adharma chaturvidaha. In these 4, adharma always be there. But when Parikshit gave this, in these 4 places you stay. And that too, in my country, people won't have these bad vices. So you go to some other distant place, some other continent, not in the Bharatvarsha, Jambudvipa, Bhartakanda, Aryavarta. You go somewhere. You go somewhere into the any other places. That's why these things are all more predominant in the other parts of the world than in India. They are also there, but comparatively, all these are all too much there everywhere. But when he gave these 4, then Kali scratched his head and said, if you give only these 4, I cannot catch the more women. I cannot catch the good dharmic people. I want to show my influence in the women also, in the dharmic people also. Punaschayachayamana. Yeah. Punaschayachayamana. Being that Kali asked again, give me one more place also. Then Jata Rupamadat Prabhu. Then King Parikshit, okay, go and stay in the gold. Go and stay in the gold. Gold means money also. That's why you see how much you are orthodox and religious also. People will have crazy fighting greediness to this Jata Veda and gold. Means money. All his asharam, vyavaharam, righteousness, anything maybe, everything he will give it up because of this. So it is a very slow poisoning, like it is not that much bad like Dudam, Panam. We are Brahmins, how we can drink? We never gamble. Ladies, generally never go to these four in India. That's why I have to put in brackets in India. Other side where here ladies won't drink here. Now we see very now in educated families, rich families, in rural women, yeah. Now it is okay, Kali, but generally. So I can't catch that. Now you see how the gold came first to here, then to here, then here for women. And how much crazy. Even they become old, 70, 80 years, but still they cannot even carry that weight. But party wants to put all the things. And they are all the time thinking about them, changing them. See how the Kali Yuga people will be trapped. And for that fighting again, you created all that, then all your daughter-in-laws and daughters will fight for that. See how the Maya functions. Bhagavatam, it is very beautiful. Not only that, wherever these five are there naturally for that sake, Anrutam, Madam, Kamam, Rajo, Vairam. These five will be there. So totally that five plus this five together, remember Kali is staying there. But how to escape? For that Bhagavata gives the remedy. Become a sincere devotee of the Lord. If you are not, you should not, if you don't want to caught up in any of these things, have a devotion and say Hari, 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 Hari Namam, Namasmaranam, Bhagavad Chintana, then Kali, these things will be away from you. Okay. So we are not yet completed. Two more words are there that we will see in the next class. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्